Markle believed that she would finally put to rest the ongoing and, I believe, very accurate speculation that she had been wearing a moon bump. If these children were not born by Meghan Markle's body, then they are unable to sit in the line of succession, the royal line of succession. We're talking about Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, of course.
This story is exploding across royal watchers, Hollywood insiders, and social media timelines. And it centers on Meghan Markle and a claim so controversial it's shaking long-standing assumptions. What started as whispers has now turned into a full-blown narrative involving secrecy, silence, and allegations that challenge the official royal timeline itself. At the heart of it, questions about pregnancy, legitimacy, and why certain protocols may have been quietly bypassed. The clips you're about to hear are raw, emotional, and deeply divisive. And later, a new voice enters the story, claiming she was never meant to speak at all. Stay with us, because the twist doesn't just raise eyebrows, it changes the entire conversation. Already, you can hear how aggressive and emotionally charged these claims are. This isn't polite speculation, it's outright accusation. The language here suggests frustration, disbelief, and a belief that visuals were used to control a narrative. And notice how quickly the conversation jumps from questioning a moment to questioning a pattern. That's key. Once people believe something has happened before, every new clip gets reinterpreted. Do you think repeated claims like this shape public opinion even without proof? Or does repetition itself become the weapon?
This is where the stakes suddenly skyrocket. The discussion isn't just about celebrity image anymore, it's about royal legitimacy and succession. That's why emotions run high. When lineage enters the conversation, speculation turns political, historical, and deeply personal. Supporters hear an attack, critics hear unanswered questions, and once succession is mentioned, every detail matters. Should a public institution clarify these issues directly, or does silence only deepen suspicion?
Now the narrative pivots, and this is critical. A previously unnamed woman enters the story, not as a bystander, but as a central figure. The tone shifts from observation to revelation. The implication is no longer something looks off, but someone knows something. This is where audiences lean in, because whistleblowers change everything. But they also raise questions. Why now? What changed? And how much credibility does anonymity carry in a story this explosive?
This section reframes the entire story as a system, not a mistake. The emphasis on contracts, control, and structure suggests planning, not chaos. That distinction matters. If true, it implies coordination at a level that goes far beyond personal choice. And when legal documents and DNA testing are mentioned, the conversation moves from gossip to potential courtroom reality. Do you think evidence will ever outweigh image when it comes to public figures this powerful?
Here's where institutional behavior comes under the microscope. Royal births traditionally eliminate doubt through witnesses and records. When those rituals disappear, people notice, eventually. What once felt like privacy starts to feel like avoidance. And when gaps exist, speculation fills them. The longer silence holds, the louder the questions become. Is skipping protocol ever harmless, or does it always invite exactly this kind of scrutiny?
So where does this leave us? We have a story that began with visual inconsistencies and escalated into claims of contracts, evidence, and enforced silence. Supporters call it conspiracy. Critics call it overdue scrutiny. Media reaction is split, fans are polarized, and legal implications loom if evidence truly surfaces. Whether this story fades or explodes further depends on what comes next, and whether silence continues to hold. What do you think? Is this genuine revelation or a narrative spiraling out of control? If you enjoyed this update, hit like, comment, and subscribe for more breaking celebrity news and deep dive breakdowns.